Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the halfway point. I got my homie here. I got a lot of hand gestures. I'm really excited because she's been slacking on doing her job. So I'm
What
straight Jay
are
Z in
you
it with the
talking
hands.
about? How
But
you
no,
figure I'm
seriously.
slacking? What are you talking about?
I mean, we missed the whole episode because of you. So I mean, I'm just gonna blame you because it
Ooh,
makes sense to
no.
blame
Do y'all
somebody.
hear this, YouTube? No, absolutely not. This was a mutual thing. It was like, I can't, and then you was like, I can't, and then we was like,
But you said you couldn't
yeah,
first, so since you said it first, you gotta take all that
uh-huh.
heat. So that's just what I'm saying.
Okay.
But
But we here now though, so let's get
right,
into it.
exactly. We're gonna get to it. So on this wonderful episode here, this being our third man, we've made it this far. It
Uh-huh.
took us a year to get this together, but we're here at number three.
It has not been a
Um
year. I was looking at the first
and,
one that we did, and I want to say it was like
but before that,
November-ish.
yeah.
No,
The
September-ish.
practice one we did, but we had talked
Yeah,
about
back
it
in
for
24.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
third
we talked
quarter,
about it for like
something.
6 months. But I mean
Yeah.
that's
But
just
we
irrelevant.
here. We here.
Well, yeah. So, but with that being said, today is going to be a Mod Podge of just multiple different things you're going to talk about. As you saw by the headline that you probably seen when you clicked on the thumbnail, you saw we will talk about Shannon Sharp and his antics that caused him to essentially lose his job at ESPN.
Mhm.
Dudes out here just like you got money, you got fame, you have all of the things, but yet men can't get out of their own way. But we will talk about that after we get to these. So first, we're gonna play this first video. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna
Mhm.
chuckle, and then we're gonna
Yep.
let see what she say. Because this is one I wanted to pop up. So here we go. Let's
All
click
right.
share. All right. Can you see? Can you see?
I can
Let's
see, but will I hear? It's like, no.
here it comes. Here it comes.
Okay.
said, But that's just going to shower me with gifts. But this guy didn't pop and even asked her a valid question.
Unpopped balloon. Let's start with your name and age.
I'm Danny, 38.
And Danny, what do you do?
I'm an entrepreneur.
Okay, very cool. So you do have your balloon unpopped. Why so?
I'm not scared of none of them standards and nothing like that. But I mean, it's just really on her, to be honest with you. Like, I'm just trying to figure out what she really about. Cause everybody want to be showered with gifts. Everybody want, to be shown that they are cared for. That's why I took that as. But what are you gonna do in return? Or to earn that.
Not quid pro quo. What am I going to do in return? I don't know if I like that.
Because that's easy to say. Anyone would come out here and say, yo, give me some gifts. And I can bust out the bank card and be like, wow. You know what I'm saying? But, like, what makes you, like, worthy to receive that other than you just being fine?
Well, if and when you become my man, you would know, and I would be your woman, and that's in every sense. So,
Like, what? Like, what the hell does that mean? Like,
I mean,
like
you
what does
wanna
being my woman mean? Like, you know what I'm saying?
All right. So let me go ahead and close that window out and get to the full screen. So I saw that, and let me tell you firstly before you go. She's asking for gifts. She wants a man who's going to shower her with gifts. That's the
Mhm.
premise.
Okay.
And everybody popped their balloons, and you saw the dialogue she had with the one dude. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and. What did you see? What did you hear? What did you think?
Man, that what did I think? Okay, so a woman that wants to be showered with gifts. I have this thing where I say there's a lid for every pot, and her
Okay.
lid is somewhere out there. Me
Right.
personally, I don't. Everybody, people say they have their love languages and stuff like that.
Yes.
My love language, I mean, I feel like my love language is a little bit of everything in different times. Like, yes, sometimes I want to be showered with gifts, but that's really not the case for me. I'm all about spending time with somebody. Um, but to hear her say she wants to be showered with gifts, okay, fine. And then when the gentleman is like, well, what do you give in return? And her response is spurs like not there not being a quid pro quo. It's like, uh, you don't give in you don't give with the intentions that you're going to receive, right? You don't give to receive. You
Right.
give because it's of your heart, it's out of love, or just wanting to be genuinely nice and kind to someone, to show a nice gesture.
Right.
um I kind of agree with him to an extent
Uh-huh.
because people want to be appreciated. People want to know that their efforts are appreciated and they're not being taken for granted. So I'm not saying you buy me an apple, I'm going to buy you an orange. But if you've done something for me that you know that I enjoy or that I like, I'm in turn am going to be inspired to do the same thing for you. So I
Mhm.
can understand from that standpoint. I can understand the well, what are you going to do for me kind of thing.
Mhm.
Um, I guess that's pretty much it. I don't want to say she's shallow or anything because I feel like I don't have enough context, and I feel like she really didn't have a lot to say to back up what it is that why she
Mhm.
wanted to be showered with
Right.
gifts, why she felt
True
as though
that.
she was worthy or anything like that. It's just like because I showed up, and to an extent, yes. Just because the fact that you exist, yes, you are entitled to be loved, right? Just for that alone, but the whole showering of gifts, it's like, okay, well, what kind of job does this person have? What kind of responsibilities does this
Right.
person have? Because for me, in the age group that I'm in, it's like I know that somebody has had a life before me. They're going to have responsibilities. They're going to have priorities. And one of the
Right.
things I'm going to like is the fact that they can take care of their own business.
Correct.
That may mean that I'm not going to be showered with gifts. But if you give me your time, I'm good. So, but
Right.
that's just me.
No,
That's
no,
just me.
time matters, man. Like the most precious thing you have in this world is time, right?
Right.
That's the most precious thing that if I give you my time, I can't get it back. I can buy you a car. You leave me, I can take it back. I can buy you a fat rock.
You ain't
You
taking
leave
my
me,
ri- you
I
ain't
can
taking my ride back.
just saying though.
You gonna
If I, you
have
know what I mean?
no.
Like, but that's the thing. At the end of the day, all those things can be taken back.
Absolutely.
If I buy you something and then something goes sour, I can get the legal system involved. Like, it can be retrieved because items are items. They're just things, right? I mean,
Right.
at the end of the day, they're just items and things. But my time is valuable because once I give it to you, I can't take it back. I've
Right.
dedicated a portion of my life to you. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I might dedicate a portion of my life to you, and you might be a freaking headache. And to
Mm.
me, I'm listening to that as a guy thinking, when he's like, "What do you bring to the table?" And her first response was, I mean, if you're talking about some quid pro quo, I mean, I ain't on that. So, like, I'm not a God fearing man in the traditional sense, right? Like,
Mm.
I believe I'm agnostic and I believe things exist, and I grew up in the Baptist church, but like, even in the Bible, it's like, "Giveth unto me, and it shall be given unto you." You know what I mean? Like, there is a quid pro quo in the Bible.
Mm.
Like, even at its basic level, you know, he will give to you, and there's very few things that he asks in return.
Mm-hmm.
And like this idea of I don't have to give anything to you, and I don't believe in no quid pro quo. And essentially, like she was saying, if I'm your woman and you my man, essentially, you already gonna know what I'm giving you. And it's like, okay. Like let's say she's like, because like he said, I mean, you fine and all, and that's great.
Mm-hmm.
And you get in a relationship and you doing that thing the way I like you to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. But all of those things over time fade.
Right.
Thing like, yeah, it's gonna be fire for a while. But at some point, fire ain't as bright anymore. The fire
Mm.
burn as intense anymore. Not because the person doesn't love you or want to be with you, but that newness, that new
Mm-hmm.
smell will wear off.
Right. Things and
And
circumstances change, and
right, you
life
know what I
plays a
mean?
part in that as well. I mean,
Right,
there could be like stress on the job. There could be stress from a
right,
family member or
right.
something like that. People
It,
and families get sick, and you just kind of have to like deviate from the script
listen,
and address different things. It's
it
not
could be
always going to
basic.
be how it's going to be.
Right, and sometimes it's more basic than that. Sometimes I wanna play my video game, you wanna watch a movie, and we just go, "Alright, you go watch your girl movie, Imma go play my game," and we just not going like, I mean, like, it's gotta be something you bring more to the table, and my problem with her was when he was asking those questions.
She
You
couldn't give
expect
an
to be
answer.
showered with gifts, you couldn't give an answer, and again, I get the whole love language thing, but I think that's the biggest cop out in the world, because people will say yes, people will say, "Well, my love language is gifts." Well,
Hmm.
my love language is affirmations of love. Nah, man, you're gonna have to give me all of it. Like,
That's
I don't want
me
3 out of
too. Like
5. I don't want
yeah,
you
I'm
out
gonna
here
need
selling me
different
short.
things at different times.
Exactly. Like, if you buy me something when I don't want something bought for me, I'm gonna be upset. if you
What?
buying me gifts and I need affirmation, if you giving me affirmation and I don't need that at that time, then like again, I want all of them. So I've always thought the love language thing, like, yes, you might be speaking this language, I might be speaking this language, but that's at that particular time because that doesn't mean you're speaking this language the exact the exact thing every single time. So to
I
me, that
completely agree with you,
I think
but
this,
I feel like sometimes people only think of themselves like, my love language is this. You have to consider the fact that this is your love language and their love language maybe how they give love and how you receive love are going to be two different things if that makes sense.
right?
Right?
Yeah,
Cuz
absolutely.
yeah, so I think people forget that part. It's like it's my love language, and it's like okay, but that might not be how that person shows and express love. So acknowledge that,
Exactly.
be grateful for that, and y'all can talk about or compromise or whatever you
Exactly.
want to say. But
Listen,
yeah,
there's a lot of rich dudes out here buying a lot of women things, and that jank ain't doing nothing. They still getting divorces. So I again, like,
listen.
yeah, I just I don't get it. But again, like I saw that clip and it just made me laugh. Like, man, you bring nothing to the table. See, that's the person who, like he said, I'm an entrepreneur. You out here bring a bag in, and now like you come with just you and your purse, and now you're talking about I gotta shower you with gifts, and like you don't really even know quid pro quo. Like, then what are you giving? What are you
Yeah.
bringing?
I
What do
mean, like I
you
said, I understand and I definitely agree with him to a degree. But I guess I may be different
what
because if
degree don't
somebody
you agree
does
with them?
I think it's the for me it's the presentation. Like because me I'm the type of individual where if somebody does something for me, it inspires me to do something for them, right?
Correct.
Good or bad. You treat me bad, I'll treat you worse. You treat me good, I'll treat you better.
But you said your response was though, like you agree with him to a degree. To what degree don't you agree with him? Like if you agree with him to 80%, what's the percentage that you disagree with him, and what is that piece?
So I'm not. I think I'm probably misspoke. What I'm saying is I don't like how he presented that. Like it was. I don't know.
So
It
you
was just something about the
so
ex.
your
It was
wait a
like
minute.
it.
Wait a minute.
I
Wait a minute. You're gonna do
know.
that.
I know. I know. Go ahead, say it. Go ahead, say
You
it.
go your whole
I know. Go
problem
ahead, say it.
wasn't with wasn't with it wasn't the premise. It was well, he presented it in a way that I just wasn't ready to digest. And as a woman, I don't want that kind of truth on a Tuesday, man. It's Tuesday.
It's
Don't
Tuesday.
be
It's too
don't
soon
be
for that.
don't be
Like,
honest. Like I need you to just like
just be
like
like 20% honest and
okay,
keep the rest
okay.
to yourself
I got you.
until Thursday after 5:30. Like,
I got you. I got you. Well, let's move on to the next one. Let's move on. I got a lot more of these we get to go over today.
okay,
So
okay.
let's go on to the next one. Let's see what you think about this. Um Now this one, okay?
Okay.
We're gonna have to watch a little bit of this, but this made me think of like there are clear signs here, okay? We're not going to watch the whole thing. We're going to
Mhm.
watch the beginning of it.
Okay.
Because the beginning will you'll understand the ending without even seeing it and what happens. But I
Okay.
saw this and was like, you have got to be kidding me. So
Mhm.
let's take a look and let's get
Alright.
it played. And you ready?
Mhm.
All right.
On June 1st, 2024, in Monroe County, Florida, police responded to a disturbance at a restaurant located at 626 Duval Street after receiving a complaint that a man was attempting to fight an employee. Reports described the man as enraged and aggressively confrontational with both staff and his wife. Officers faced a challenging situation in their efforts to restore order.
No, it's fine. It's fine. No, not fine, because it's behind the counter. No, it's fine. No, just go, baby. All right.
Hey,
Irving,
let's go.
Hey, don't touch me. Irving,
I don't care where you're from. Sit down. Sit down somewhere.
Sit down. It's fine, please. It's not fine.
My work is easy because I use ClickUp. Here's how I keep track of all my tasks. I start by brain dumping everything I need to get done in a
You didn't find the ID. You don't all that. Find an ID. Sure. All right. It's fine. Please let me alone. I have my phone here. Oh, what are you gonna do? Stop. What are you gonna do? Please stop. Stop. Oh, I can't arrest you. All right. Please. Stop. You're good. You're good. You're good. This is why you drink. Stop. For what? Stop. All right, so that's it. For what? That's it. You don't even know. It's okay. Just stop. Just stop. We're on the cruise. You can't arrest me now. Okay, you're trying. Please stop. Oh my God. Can you stop? That's not the way it works. Yeah, it does. You're about to get played. Yeah, that's it. Stop. We're on a cruise. You cannot. You see? There you go. There you go. There you go, bro. I don't know what you're gonna do. Now you're gonna be in jail. For what? They can't arrest me. They're gonna arrest you for that. They can't. For what? So be quiet. Shut your mouth. I didn't do nothing. Shut it. Shut it.
Well, at the very least, disorderly.
All right. All right. Look. Please look. He tried. Look. He tried to talk. He tried to. Can I talk? Can you stop?
His attitude is going to indicate a continuation of the
I know. No, we're leaving. We're going back to the cruise. We're fine.
I'm saying thank you.
He said thank you. He
I
said
want you
thank
to
you.
sit down.
I'm saying
You can
thank you.
say thank you after we're done.
After.
I'm saying thank you. We're not done
Sit
yet.
down. We're not done yet.
No.
I just, he's going on disorderly.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right.
Thank you. You see?
Stand up.
All right. Stand up.
So I'm gonna stop it there. Cause
What in the world?
right. So I'm gonna stop it there. Stop streaming. I'm gonna present my part of this and where I was pissed off, right?
I don't I
So
don't I don't know even know I don't understand what happened. Like what
so so he essentially, and then it was gonna explain about I wanted to show you the ruckus and her trying to calm him down.
okay.
So he was he was giving a tip to the dude, and the dude kind of took it and made a gesture, right? And there must have been some altercation beforehand because clearly this dude is intoxicated. Clearly he is
Mhm.
inebriated and he is talking crazy to the police. So if he's talking crazy to the police, I can only imagine what he said to the people that work there, right?
All right.
Like he must have been insulting on some level. And then the dude took the tip and was like, whatever, you know, and that
Mm.
just set him off. And it went from that to what you see there,
Okay.
according to the female. And it's about a 20-minute video. Um, and I watched that video and I came away after watching it, and you see her reaction, right? You see her pleading with him. We're on a cruise. She says a statement to me that was the most indicative of the whole thing. This is why you don't drink. When
Mm.
she said that to me, that was you already know his behavior when he drinks.
Mhm.
You're still with him, right? You're
Mhm.
still with
Mhm.
him. You know how he acts. It's like a dude saying, "You know how I act when I drink a little bit. You know how I get when I'm inebriated. You know I only hit you when I'm really super upset. You know I only yell at you when I had too many beers. You know I only do X when you do Y."
Mm.
It reminded me of those type of reactions, and I say this as a man who grew up in a household with a mother who was abused, and assaulted, and all of the things. Domestic assault in my house took place regularly, and I always tell people that the face of what you think it is far worse. Whatever you imagine it is,
Mhm.
shoving and slapping, it's much worse than that. Men
Mhm.
hit women like they're grown men. And
Mhm.
my mom was 5'1". My stepdad was like 5'11".
Oh,
So
Tyler.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I see that and it made me think, like, man, clearly he's got an issue. And the whole time I'm sitting there thinking, like, why is she still with him? Why would you be with a person who that you say the line, you know how you get when you drink? And I was talking to my buddies about this one actually. He was like, women have this mentality of I can change him, I can save him, I can change him, I can save him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting there thinking, like, no, that can't be all women. I mean, like, clearly it's some women. But this idea of I can change him, I can save him. He's a good man. I can change him. I can save him. And I'm just sitting there thinking, if that is the case, then women have failed. Because again, don't get me wrong, we have failed in many ways. But
Mm-hmm.
if you're with a guy who clearly shows you signs of just bad behavior, let's say it like that, okay? Um,
Mm-hmm.
and he is there and she is screaming with this man, pleading with him to stop, and he just will not listen. That just screams to me, girl, you need to run. Why are you crying over this man? You now have your sign. Read the sign, exit stage left.
It's not always that easy though.
You tell me.
It's
I'm gonna
not.
take a sip of my seltzer water because I'm an old man now.
I'm gonna say it's not always that easy because we don't know the backstory. The
Mhm,
backstory of what is her relationship with her dad. I know we hear that all the time, and
mhm,
we sometimes we think it's cliche, but it's the truth. Like what was her relationship with her dad? How did she grow up in how did she grow up? What was her household like? Was the behavior that he was exhibiting normal behavior that she saw growing up,
mhm,
right? And you
mhm,
feel like you feel like you can deal with it. Like you said, there are some women out there that feel like, oh, he'll change. I'll work
mhm.
with them or whatever, right? Then you also have women where you get with a man and your finances are so intertwined to a point where leaving is not easy. So while
Mhm.
you may have instances that come up where you feel as though you want to leave, you physically can't do it because you have no out, right?
Right.
Because of your finances being intertwined. Then you also have women who just don't understand their worth, who will just stay with that because they feel as though they can't, this is it. This is the best that they
Mhm.
can do as far as like a partner or a mate, and they just settle. So it's kind of hard to say or ask the question, why is it that she would stay or why would she be with somebody like that when we don't know where it is that she's coming from? Me
Right.
myself, we wouldn't be on a cruise. It would not have gotten to
Right.
that point. I'm also 46 and my cutoff game is real smooth, I like to say. I'm out. I'm out. I have
Right.
more years behind me than I have ahead of me. And I just don't have time for that kind of foolishness.
Right.
Period. If you can't handle your alcohol or you don't know your limit and you can't have a good time, then you don't need to be drinking. And if you haven't figured that out, I am not your teacher. I'm out.
It
Like,
I agree.
that's where I'm
I
at. But not every woman is like that. I've
I
been in
know.
situ I've been in situations where I couldn't leave when I wanted to, right? But after that, I learned that okay, you need to have like an escape fund, or
Okay, when you say
you always
can't
have to have
leave
a
when you
plan.
can't leave when you want to, right?
Like
And
if a situation arises, you don't have the financial means to leave, like
right.
to get up and go right then and there.
Now, I will say this. If you have children, which she does, they have children.
Mhm.
If you
Okay.
have kids, that I agree with. It makes it very hard. Not impossible, but hard.
Hmm. True.
Where I disagree is I have watched in the history of the world
Hmm.
people escape from the most vile things, right? And
Hmm.
have no place to go.
Hmm.
Literally just we got to get up out of here. I don't know where
Hmm.
we going.
But
I
we're
don't know
not
if I
staying
have any
here.
fit, but we not staying here. So when you
Uh-huh.
say they don't have, I think it's more of a I'm afraid I don't have a comfort zone I can jump into, so I'm not going to do anything. And I think fear obviously plays a vast part
Mhm.
massive part in that decision whether I stay or whether I go. And
Absolutely.
it's because over the millennia, our fight or flight has been tamed because we are far more secure than we have ever been in the history of the world. So, but that's also saying that as a person who lives in the United States of America, in a first world country where we do have resources, and that's what baffles me. We actually do have resources for women and children who are fearful of their life, who are fearful of the person they're with. She is fighting for a man that again exhibits signs, and again, like you said, the past and her past may have been one where she was exposed to this and some things are deemed to be normal and commonplace, even though
Mhm.
it's not. And that
Mhm.
may be the reason why she's not leaving. But to
Mhm.
me, as a man with 3 daughters and 2 sons who don't want any of them to be either the victim or the perpetrator in any
Mm.
of those scenarios, just sit here and think, you have to run. I like being afraid can no longer be an excuse. Like if you're out in
You're
public, and again, if you have children, it makes it very complicated. And I'm not saying it doesn't.
it
I am not
does.
saying it
It does
doesn't.
make it
But
complicated.
right. And I lived that life as a child. That's the thing.
Mhm.
I was the child in the situation where my mother didn't leave or call the cops till I was 16 years old, right?
Mhm.
And what baffles me is from the time she got with him, I was maybe 6 or 7 when she married him, till the time I turned 16. So it's about a 9, 10 year period. There
Mhm.
had been moments all throughout for a decade.
Mhm.
Until that moment, and again, it took a police call for him to be escorted away, and he never lived in our house again. Police call. Now, later on in life, they ended up reconnecting, and apparently he had become a changed man. And I regret not meeting this changed man because I heard he became a much better man in life. But may he rest in peace. Um, but again, it took a phone call.
Mhm.
That's all it took was a phone call. And when I see women in third world countries fighting things significantly harder than we have to fight here because of the lack of options and resources, I just think so many women fought for women's rights to have the ability to leave a man and not be fearful that he can take everything just because he's a man. Women's suffrage was real. So when
Mhm.
I see a woman like that not using the power, the resources that she does have, albeit she doesn't have the resources that a man has just because this world is very patriarchal. But when I see that, I just end up thinking, man, like these are the signs, boo boo. You got to run and you
Right.
gotta get about.
But you're also saying that from the stance of someone who doesn't have an emotional tie or an emotional connection to this person. So sometimes
No,
with
no, yeah,
females, yeah, because sometimes with females, this isn't how he started out. I promise you, this isn't how he started out, but this is
correct.
where they are.
Uh-huh,
So for her, she has a reference of what he could be or what he was,
uh-huh.
right? And
And y'all trying to change him.
she wants to see that, and you can call it change.
Yeah,
I don't want to call it she, I don't want to say
yeah,
she's trying to change him, but what I will say
yeah.
is she's looking for the person that she fell in love with because she knows he's in there somewhere, right?
Mm,
And
ooh,
under
yeah.
all of this, talking from a female's
I know. I
perspective.
got you. I got you. I just think it's crazy, but I got you.
That emotional tie, and then you couple that with the baby I'm sorry, and you might get a gift or you get nice treatment, and sometimes
Yeah,
that makes a female like, this is the last time, right? Like seriously, it is
right,
like that for some people where you know they they stay on the hamster wheel because
man.
of the broken promises and the hope that they carry that somebody will change. So I
That's
mean,
crazy.
it isn't. Sometimes it takes people, a couple of cycles to get
I
to
mean,
get
and
out
right,
and make it make sense. Like get to a point where it makes sense for them to leave. Like what, I really can't do this anymore. I've taken all that I can take.
right.
It's just you just have to wait for that person to get to that point because I mean, if they do it for somebody other than themselves, they're gonna go back.
I just, it's so sad. You know what I mean? I just sit there
It
and
is.
think. I just
It
think,
really
you know what?
is.
He says so many women around the world and throughout history have fought for y'all to have the moments, to have the will to fight. And it's kind of like, the black race. So many people fought for us to have the right to vote, and then you see a black
And
person who
y'all,
won't
yeah, and
vote.
they're like,
You
I'm
be
like, do you
like,
vote? Nah, nah.
it take
Like
everything
for
in my
real.
power. Like, yeah.
Like even if you don't know who's on the ballot, just go ahead and click that. Well, I don't know where
Uh,
everybody is geographically.
right.
Just
But you know
click
what I
the
mean? Like,
button for your party and
right.
and vote your
Participate.
party
Yeah.
and
Just
do south
participate.
the booth. Like, come on.
Right. Do something.
Seriously.
Do something. No, I got you. Well, let's move on to the next one. Let's move on to
Okay.
the next one.
What you got? What you
Um,
got?
let me see. Let me see. This one made me laugh. And
Oh,
I think
I'm
we'll get
ready
a
to
quick
laugh.
a quick chuckle over this one. So let me
Mm,
go and pull this up. So let's go ahead. You ready?
I am half brother. What does that say? When people love okay.
Have to worry about.
Well, you have a half brother.
Hispanics. You have a half brother.
I have a half
I
sister.
have a bunch of fucking half whatever.
Yes.
But
Yes.
but
Same.
in Hispanic culture and Black culture, same thing. No one ever uses half.
It's 'cause
Right.
it's
No
so
one ever said
frequent,
it's a
yeah.
white. It wasn't until I started chilling with white
White
people
people, yeah,
where they would be
yeah.
like, "Oh, that's your brother." I'd be like,
They're
"Yeah, yeah."
so
that's my-"
literal.
And then I'd be like, "Oh, my brother's father," and they'd be like, "Oh, he's a half brother."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Huh?" I'm like, "Nah, he came on my mother." And
Yeah.
it's like, "Oh no, but you guys different fathers." I'm like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
he's your half brother." I'm like, "He ain't half shit." He's my brother.
Yeah,
That shit
yeah,
fucks me up,
yeah.
bro. That shit
It's
would
my
bother the
brother.
fuck out
Yeah,
of me.
half brother is some
Yeah, but
a
you
term that we don't.
No,
use.
on my
you feel
father's
you feel
side,
that
yeah.
way for Dylan and
Sarah.
Sarah.
Yes.
All the other ones you go
Yeah.
halfsies.
Well,
No,
no, not
you don't
even half.
even-
I
you don't
think
even
those
say-
are just my
My
father's
father's
kids.
kids. Yeah.
Hilarious.
Because he didn't live with them. He didn't live with them. So.
He's like,
Yeah.
To white people, meanwhile, the disrespect behind the fucking brown rash. Dramatic.
so
Oh,
funny, bro.
goodness.
Because it is like a culture thing. You don't
Yeah.
realize it.
Yeah.
You don't realize it until a white guy comes in and he's like,
Yeah.
"This is fuck."
Yeah.
Yo, that is the funniest thing. Like, I saw that and it instantly had me in stitches because I have siblings, right? And I've lived with all of my siblings. The only people
Mhm.
that, like, my younger brother and sister never lived with my older brother
Okay.
because the gap between myself and my older brother is 12 years, right?
Mm.
So I lived with him until he went to college and we were like this.
Mhm.
But my younger siblings, my sister didn't come along till I was 6, and my little brother came along when I was 8. So the gap between my little brother and my older brother is 20 years.
Wow.
Between like it's 18 years between my sister and my older brother. You know what I mean? So like he was
Okay.
gone. Like he
Yeah, he was
didn't spend
out.
time with them. So like, so I get it, but like for me, they're just all siblings. That's my brother.
Yeah.
Those are my brothers. That's my sister. Now, granted, my older brother has a different dad. My younger brother has a different dad, and then my sister
Mhm.
and I have the same mother and father. So
Mhm.
technically, my brothers are all halvesies. You know what I mean? Based on. But it's like when he was
Based on
talking about like,
education, yeah.
right, like I've never used the term half anything. Like, I
Same.
mean,
Like, I
like,
mean, by
right,
definition, I have two half sisters, but
right.
I don't say, my half sister that my sister and my, my sister, I have a sister that lives up north and I have a sister that lives down south. They're just my
Right,
sisters. It's no
right,
half about it. Like
right,
I don't share, we neither one of us share the mother and a father, one I share a mother, the other one I share a father.
right.
They're my sisters.
Right. You know what I
I
mean? And
don't.
it's and it's funny just to listen to me. He's like, yeah, but the kids that I don't know, those my dad's kids. You know what I mean?
That's
Like, it's the
hilarious.
same relation. They're technically the same, but I didn't live with them. So I don't like
Right.
my stepdad had now granted, the funny thing is my stepdad isn't the father of any of us. Like it's just hilarious. Like
Oh,
my
okay.
my mama was a Rolling Stone. She out here just giving it away. You want some? Take some. Go on, take it.
Ah, no.
You ain't gotta take care of none of these kids. You ain't gotta take care of none of these kids. Just go and take it. Take that, take that, take that.
Pretty
Straight
much.
Diddy. Straight Diddy. Straight Diddy. But no, but seriously though, like that's how I mean that's just how it is. I mean, like I don't no need to lie about it. It just is what it is. That's unfortunately that is part of Black culture. You know what I mean? Just the
For
ideology of
some,
having kids
yeah.
out of wedlock. I mean, but unfortunately, it's part of our historical culture, which
Ooh.
is a whole different topic for another day. But
Mm.
I saw that. I was like, man, that is the best because my two from my ex-wife
Mhm.
and Gavin, who's technically my stepson. I don't
Mhm.
call him my stepson. And my two, like I have twins now, and my
Mhm.
twins are technically Gavin, Hannah, and Jaden's half siblings.
Right. Mhm.
They don't
Mhm.
think of them that way because they live here. They don't. Those are my sisters. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I saw that and it made me laugh. So I thought we'd get a good chuckle out of that one. Um,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
funny.
yeah. Them cultural things have me uh absolutely cracking up.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah, because
I
like you said,
found
like in the Black culture, like we would be halvesies. Like, yeah, I mean, do you know how many times we would have to say half? But
right. It'd be ridiculous. Yo, that's my half brother. That's my half sister. That's my half brother right
like
there.
same mom, same
That's my
dad. What you got
right.
going on
Like,
there? What's
exactly.
what's the
I ain't got
mix?
time. That's my brother. That's my brother. Well, who's that? Oh, those are my dad's kids. But they your half. No, I don't know. I've never
That's my
seen
dad's
him in my
kids.
life. Right. I never seen him in my life. I saw him at a family barbecue, a family reunion. Like
I
I
love
met
it. The air quotes.
right. I met my quote unquote half siblings at a barbecue with their mama. Like
Mm.
that's his kids. They my siblings.
That's
Like
his kids.
yeah, like I met them. I was 18 when I met them. Like those are his kids. I don't know those people. Oh, that's your brother.
Hilarious.
No, that's not my
No,
brother.
that's
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 his kids.
yeah,
Yeah. So,
that's it. Yeah, that's his
oh
kids.
man. So this made me laugh because this is just every woman. And I thought, let's just have some fun ones
Oh
here before we get
shoot.
to the last one.
Every woman.
Every woman. All right, you
Date
ready?
night. Okay, I'm listening. I'm looking.
Date night for parents.
Hey, I'm
Okay.
Shay. Thanks for a couple minutes.
Okay. Good night.
No, pour me a glass of wine. Date night's still on.
Okay.
I was thinking we can watch a movie
Sure.
or play a board game.
I'll see you tomorrow.
I'm just gonna lay down for a couple minutes. Then it's party time.
Hey, we had a good day.
I'll just speak to minutes.
Dinner was nice.
Why are you like this?
I'll see you.
I'll see you in 2 minutes. Hope you're ready for a rager. Hope you're ready for
Annie, come on.
a rager.
Can't sleep like that. You won't be able to walk.
Try.
Like that's perfect because I think that's every woman. Like you have kids and you have this. All right, listen tonight, babe. When we get done putting the kids down, we're gonna watch a movie, make some popcorn, we're gonna chill, and we're gonna kick it. All right, cool. Same scenario. Kids go down. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go take a shower and freshen up. And it's been like an hour and a half. Where she at? And you upstairs sitting on the bed. You done took a shower. You done put your feet up. You done put your good lotion on. You done got the oils. You got the night lamp on or a candle. And then social media come calling. The next thing you know, you sitting there. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. Oh my God, that's funny. And then, because now chill time and all of those ideas, or maybe you fall asleep because you're tired. Because one thing I've learned about women, y'all can't sit still. Like I feel like good mothers and parents, especially women, are incapable of sitting still. So
Mm.
you burn so much energy physically, but I think it's the mental part because men can compartmentalize and just focus on, I got this thing to do, and I'm gonna get that done, and I'm gonna do this thing. I'm gonna get that done, I'm gonna do this thing. Women, and from my understanding, it'd be like, "All right, I gotta do this. Wait, but this thing came up and I'm gonna do some of this. Oh, but this thing is right here, and I go do some of this, but I gotta do this thing, but I'm gonna do some of this, and I'm gonna do some of this. But then the kids are asking, can I do this? And I'm gonna do that. And it's just it's like women just have constant ADHD. Your brain's just all over the place, and you got a million topics where the dude's like, nope, I gotta fix the steps. Babe, what you doing? I'm fixing the steps. I need you to come upstairs and help me with this laundry. Nope, I'm fixing the steps. All right, babe, I need you to take the basket in the room so I can put the laundry in. Nope, I'm fixing the steps. That's how guys think. You know what I mean? And if I call you, it's because, hey, babe, I'm fixing the steps, but I need the drill from upstairs. I called you to fix the steps. Meanwhile, you've called me to help put the laundry in the bathroom, but you went into the girls' room or you went into the kids' room to do something. And in the midst of jumping into the kids' room, the
You
girls,
got to clean up
well,
real
you walk
fast.
by and you saw
Mm-hmm.
something in the other kids' room. So you go
Mm-hmm.
over there to get something out of that kid's room, and then you walk back into the laundry room to grab the socks basket because the socks need to be put away. On your way of going past the kids' bathroom with the socks in your hand, you see something in their bathroom on the floor. Now to prompt you, you know what? I don't think they've mopped the floor like in a week and a half. So I'm going to start mopping the floor. But I started mopping the floor, and then I remembered I got the socks out here by the door. So I'm going to call Rayvon to come get the socks. But Rayvon can't get the socks because he's doing the steps. And then you know what? Damn it, he's doing the steps. Now you mad at me because I'm doing the steps, but you're supposed to be doing laundry. So what are we doing here? Why are you all over the place? Just finish the one task. You know what I mean?
I
So yeah.
just want to point out, you sitting here talking about how a woman is all over the place. That's not what the video was about. The video was about,
But
so he
yes,
went
yes,
left.
yes. But the reason why is because
Uh-huh.
that's what happened before all of that. I
Uh-huh.
guarantee you that's what happened.
No, no, no. I mean, I can say I can say that I have been guilty of that. Right. I'm like, you know what? I got these things that I want to get done. And it's like,
Mhm.
but then I walk by, I see something out of place. When's the last time I did that? Yeah, I should probably do that too. Yeah, I'm gonna get that done. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna
Mhm.
do that. And
Yeah,
my 2 hour cleanup time is now 4 hours
exactly,
because I done found something
exactly,
else to clean. And it's like,
exactly.
oh man, I gotta
And
wipe
that
these walls. I
leads
gotta do this mirror. I gotta vacuum the
exactly.
floor. Yeah, I gotta do
Yeah.
that too. Oh man, shit. I gotta put the
Right,
dishes
and
in the
that
dishwasher. Yeah.
scenario is what leads to her going, "Hey, babe, after I get the kids to bed, okay, come back downstairs. We gonna have a glass of wine. We gonna watch a movie. We're gonna chill. We're gonna kick it." And he like, "No, babe, it's okay." And she's now upset, like, babe, it's okay. I'll see you in the morning. No, like, because y'all get so upset because we know, like, when you've been with somebody for years, you just know their behavior. You know what's going to happen. He's like, listen, babe, we had a good run. We did the thing. We had fun. We went out. We did a bunch of things. It's like, no, no, no. I'm going to come downstairs and we're going to chill. All right. You can tell yourself that. That happens so often. And again, I think it's because, again, I don't think it's even the physical tired. I think it's women's mental state because your brains are you use so much of your brain, and I think it's just y'all are tired. So that's just me. All right, guys. So thanks for tuning in.
Thank
This has
you.
always been a pleasure. We're
Yes.
getting better with each and every video that we record. We really
Yes.
hope that you guys enjoy the halfway point. And like I said, if you guys have questions, concerns, issues, complaints, or you just want to tell us some new topics we need to talk about, um,
Yes. What you want to
reach
hear? What
out.
y'all want to talk about?
Right, reach out to Nashay.
Yeah. Y'all
Because
have
yeah,
been so kind and
yes,
and reaching out in terms that we love the interaction. So
yes, yeah. So some of you guys' comments be cracking us up, and other
yes.
ones give us that moment where we just think like, how the hell would I reply to this? Is
Listen.
that
No. Did you
and
see what they said?
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got
So
that one right. Okay.
exactly, exactly.
Okay.
So yeah, so it's pretty cool to get the
Yeah,
interaction
it's
and the
cool
feedback.
and it's fun. Yeah, we definitely
Yeah,
want to hear more from you guys. So
exactly.
like, subscribe, and share, and come back and see us next
Exactly.
time.
Exactly. Come back and see us, and we'll explain how Shay and I, became homies. So obviously,
Yes.
thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you later. As we always say, peace.
Bye.